Who is this guy? It's been a couple of days since I did any form of vlogging, any form of walking for that matter as well. And I would say that last time I was outside doing this thing was on Thursday, maybe last week. So it's been almost close to a week before I did anything. And the main reason for that has been work related to every extent, I would say. Very late evenings, early mornings, meetings, ad hoc tasks, and also having a weekend duty in between there, pretty much then occupying one full entire week does not giving me sufficient time, and also for that sake energy to be outside and doing this. And I don't feel like I want to do a vlog from home either. For me it doesn't. I like the fluid motion in when I do these vlogs, that background is changing to some extent and I'm outside and doing my thing, right? It's kind of the thing actually for me in terms of this vlog. And of course, putting more focus on my work, I also managed to get a lot of things done over these past few days. Some of them in a significant way, I would say. So, in that sense, from a personal level, I don't feel that the work has resulted in any form of how to put this. That my personal development has not suffered because of me doing the additional work, because I also had a chance to evolve myself in many ways. And that is also going to be spilled off into this week, more or less what was done from last week. And I hope to see more fruits developing from that tree as it progresses to mature. The biggest shocker, however, for this week that was announced from my manager was that, well, I did touch upon this topic last time, but the first person who was offered the position as in our team, the salary negotiation was not on par, basically. And what that meant was that we went to the second in position, and the big surprise on this one was that that person has actually tried to get two positions, namely the manager's position and a position in our team. So how does this fall off on us then? Well, it's basically that he's now involved in two different application processes, you can say, to my knowledge, and where basically the manager position would take precedence over the position in our team, I feel like. And then it all falls down to how fast are they to update one or the other. So basically, if he's not being given or offered the position as manager, then he falls down into the process of us getting a team member. And that's just, for me, that just sounds like additional time being spent to get this person. And we don't know how far he is in the process of getting the manager position. So it may not turn out like that at all. But it could also be turned into something like this, where we have to wait until what has been settled for him in terms of the manager position, in order for us to conclude if there will be any progress on his intention to join our team, and the negotiation that involves that part. But let's see how this plays out. There's still a little bit of time until this happens. We have next month also to have it settled on who will be joining our team. And I think it's also in that ballpark in terms of who would be taking up the manager position. So it's going to be a lot of interesting development going on the next month coming up ahead. But I think there's a lot of unsettled in our team going on at the moment in terms of how is the outlook going to be for the next couple of months in terms of who will be replacing who, and also how much work, training and additional resources that the other team members will need to put in order to get up to speed again on how much we can actually perform, while at the same time we have to maintain our regular duties and tasks that needs to be done. And while we cannot really gauge that at this moment, for sure that we are aware that this is not going to be coming by without any form of pain, you can say. That there's going to be a lot of extra hours and time that needs to be poured into this regardless. That has most likely been putting some people on edge, and potentially how will that play out? Will some people just say no, enough is enough, and now we're going to be moving on? Then that will also result in more people needing to be replaced. And I certainly hope that that is not how it's going to become. But let's face it, that with how it looks today and with how specialized our profession is in many ways, it takes quite a lot of training to get a person on par if they haven't had the previous experience from it, or they have not been dealing with it for some time, because it's an ever-changing workspace with the tools and with the vessels and with the amount of system integration and system knowledge that is needed in order to perform our liner work as it looks like today. At the moment I'm trying to dual task a little bit by joining into a meeting while at the same time trying to make some vlogging being done while I wait for some people to arrive in the meeting. Yeah, it's been a lot of this dual tasking as of late. And have I been better at it? Well, I could have been better at it, but for sure been doing more of it as more and more things have been thrown towards my lap to take care of. Just look at all the mushrooms.